And we're back. Me and Bob are here to lose all of our health to jailers and scream at the top of our lungs. That's what this game is truly about. But first things first, I'm going to try and make sure that all of our quest lines are caught up. So I'm going to go talk to the handmaiden.
Ah, well met. How?
And buy this. So there's the green blossoms, and then there's one budding green blossom that only costs 10 souls. And it has a brief message attached. And it says, "Goodbye, dear grandmother. I will visit grandfather in the Pit of Hollows." So it suggests that it was a gift. So
Ashen one. Huh.
theoretically a gift from someone to the handmaiden, or the shrine maiden, or whatever. I'm going to go to the Pit of Hollows bonfire. I can't remember if it's down here or if it's up in the actual room, but I'll check here first because there's a bonfire here. No, I'm gonna say it's up above. No, okay. What's the easiest way to get there? Could go there, go through the giant area, or I could go here and go back up through the elevator. That probably makes more sense. Go back up. He's dead. Okay. For a second there, I was worried he was still alive and he was gonna smack me. Alright. So this is the dungeon is kind of a point of progress that's going to mess up some quest lines. So I want to make sure that things are properly caught up to where they should be. Oh, right, I have to walk past through all them. This may not have been the smartest direction to approach this. Well, I tried to roll, but I was at stamina. Why do I have no poise? I mean, I guess it's a heavy attack, but still. I thought for sure I could have poised through one of those. Do you care about me? Nope. Okay. Okay, where... Actually forgot that these developer messages were here. Oh, I can see it there. Great curse-ridden tree ahead. A transposing kiln lies within the belly. So here we go. So the sign's up here. So we have another summon sign requesting cooperation, same as we had on the bridge in Irisel. And we have to answer Cirrus's call for cooperation again.
I finally found you. Just as I promised, Grandad. Remember?
Oh. Oh, Cirrus. Oh, God, Cirrus, please, no. Ow. This man hits like a truck. Oh, I just tried to switch my two hands the way that I do in Elden Ring. Thankfully, we can't kill Cirrus here. Please don't kill Cirrus. Please kill me before you kill Cirrus. Thank you. That went well. He hits like a truck. My God. I really thought that Cirrus could hold her own a little bit better there. Evidently, the answer is no. Let's just do a reset on that one. Okay, alright. I'm not gonna let Cirrus try and fight her own battles this time.
Finally found you. Just as I... Yeah. So we killed the invader version of Hodrick. Good night, Grandad.
Here we kill the human version. Well, not the human per se, but the actual corporeal version, not just the invaded version. Because invading is a spirit, right? Invading and cooperating, you are acting as a spirit. But that was both of their physical forms. It's kind of a cool sight. But she calls him Granddad. And we saw from the message, "Goodbye, dear grandmother. I will visit grandfather in the Pit of Hollows." I think I do Shrine first. And she has returned to the shrine.
Oh, there you are. I'm afraid I've involved you in my affairs, over a little promise at that. My sincerest thanks for your assistance. At last, my grandfather will rest in peace, and I can die. But there is one last. May I take a vow? to serve you as a knight.
Just want to note that I didn't actually skip that dialogue. She just didn't say the word thing in that sentence. It was odd.
Oh, I am most grateful. I, Cirrus, do hereby serve as your faithful knight. Wherever, whenever I am needed. My loyalty shall never waver. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
What the? She just skipped half of that sentence. That was weird. Alright.
If I may ever be of assistance, I am your knight forever and true. Blessing of the moon upon your journey. If I may ever be of assistance, I am your knight forever and true. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
That is weird. Her voice over is just like cutting out randomly. Alright, well anyway. So she swears herself to us, having no other purpose now. She has fulfilled her journey to give her grandfather a proper rest. And now will help us should we need it. I don't think she has anything more.
If I may
but I am going to come out of Firelink altogether. Actually, no, it might be smarter if I do this part first, just to be able to fully reload this area instead of just resting. I'll go back to the Pit of Hollows. We can pick up the sunset set. So the armor that her grandfather was wearing, that Hodrick was wearing. This one. Oh, look at that. Armor of Hodrick, Holy Knight of the Sunless Realms. This light gold armor, named for its sunset hues, is now faded and wrapped in tainted rags. The sorry fool was known to wander the battlefield as a crazed ghoul, lashing out at friend and foe alike. Yeah, same thing there. So Hodrick kind of lost his mind, became a mound maker, which are the crazy phantoms, right? Like those are the ones that when they are summoned with their summon sign, or even when they invade, they can either help or hinder the player. They can be invaders or they can be cooperators, depending on their whim. So now I'll go back to Firelink. We have one more part for this section of her quest line. Oh, she's now fully gone. We'll see her once more. Wait for this to dissipate and the area outside to load. Alright, where is the guy on the cliff looking out across? There he is. So on this gravestone, we pick up the sunset shield. Shield of the Holy Knights of the Sunless Realms, engraved with a brilliant flame crest that burns brightly within the Order's customary sunset colors. This design symbolizes those who both harbor and oppress the power of flame. So this is Hodrick's true grave. This is where he rested at one point, same as we rise from the coffin I'll cross here on the other side. That's where he arose when the bell tolled. Same as Hawkwood's grave over there, where we got his shield. Alright. So, yeah, so now I won't mess up Cirrus's quest line by starting Leonard's. So I'm gonna go to Rosaria's bedchamber. There we go. Okay. And I will become one of Rosaria's fingers. So join the Covenant. And I'm also going to offer a Pale Tongue. So that would screw up Cirrus's quest line. She is sworn against the Fingers of Rosaria. But you can see here, I can reallocate my attributes and be reborn, which are limited to do. And you can alter your appearance the same thing. I think I'm fairly sure that they're mutually exclusive. That you can do each 5. You can do one or the other 5 times each. It's not 5 across both, I don't think. But you need to pay a Pale Tongue every time you do it. So now that I've done that, you guessed it, right back to Firelink. Uh-oh. Okay, I can't log on to her. I'm gonna skip that for a second. Oh, he's gone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Things might be real goofed. Alright, hold on, let's consult the wiki. Oh, he's just not supposed to be here. I think my curiosity is getting the better of me, and I think I need to talk to Cirrus to see what she has to say.
I see that you are now a finger of Rosaria. Your path is wholly different to mine. Gentle Unkindled, I bid you farewell. If we meet again, it will be as adversaries. If we meet again...
Okay, so this is what I wasn't hoping to happen. It's what I was hoping to avoid by completing her questline up to this point before joining Rosaria. But I don't know if it matters that much. Yeah, it really doesn't matter at all. In fact, this will save me some souls. I'm gonna kill her. The next time we would have seen Cirrus, she would have been hollow in one of the later levels. Actually, no, I don't even think she would have been hollow. I think she would have just been straight up dead. Then we find her corpse, and we get, I think, her talisman, and then we can buy her armor from the handmaiden. But with this, I'm worried that I'm not going to find her corpse if she's hostile towards us. So I'm just going to kill her and get her armor and everything now. I'm not really missing any story by doing this now.
Yes, I see. Forgive me, Granddad.
In fact, I think I got more lore from doing that than if I just let her show up dead. Oh, I thought I could get the armor from killing her here, but I guess not. Let me just do this and see if it shows up at the maiden. That's so weird that I did everything for her quest. I let her despawn from here, and then as soon as I become a Finger of Rosaria, she just pops right back up.
Oh, how...
Yeah, there it is. Attire of a knight from the Sunless Realms, known for their resistance to both magic and the dark. Sunless knights serve the nameless moon, and perhaps it is for this reason the attire casts a feminine silhouette. I am going to buy the core armor set. Oh yeah, I don't know if we actually came back since killing Aldrich. So the Smo's set appears after killing Aldrich. Grotesque armor associated with Smo, the last knight to stand in defense of the ruined cathedral. Boasts extremely high defense, can be downed by humans, but not without great difficulty. Black iron set, executioner set. Okay. I think that the elite knight armor just showed up after doing the Henri wedding ceremony too. Armor said to have been given to elite knights of fallen Astora. The mere mention of Astora invokes wistful pangs, and perhaps it was such a dream that drew Henri to this faraway home known only by name.
Ashen one.
So it's interesting that it says that Smo was the last knight left in Anne Orlando. It leads us to believe that potentially even Orenstein was an illusion by Gwendolyn, and that Smo was the only actual living knight left in Anne Orlando aside from Gwendolyn in the Dark Moon chamber. I think I can actually... Oh no. I have to do this first. I am not just pushing off going to the dungeon, I swear. Did I already talk to her after doing the ceremony?
Speak freely, thy lordship. Oh Lord, and I prithee, when
Oh, yeah.
the our beast...
Yeah, I did. Okay. Gray Rat. He's good for now. Gonna check on this goober.
Oh, hello. Can't resist it, can you? My sumptuous selection. Ah, I see it. A slinking devil.
Yeah, okay. So, Patches has served his purpose now. Patches is a failsafe, and I'll kind of spoil it now. If we had done things slightly differently, Patches would have been in the Cathedral of the Deep, wearing Sigurd's armor. And he would have been doing a Sigurd impression and then push us off down into the area with the giant. He gets us to start walking across one of the bridges that are raised, and then he lowers it, and then we end up trapped down with the giant. Well, trapped in air quotes. And then you have to fight the giant to get back up the stairs and all the way around to get back to where Patches is. So there's that whole thing, and then you end up getting the armor from him to give to Siegmeyer and all that good stuff. Or Sigurd, or whatever one this one is. And then there's also a second use for Patches, where if for whatever reason the Sigurd questline is messed up, Patches will save Greyrat from Irithyll. So if Sigurd's questline gets messed up at all, Patches will save Greyrat instead, because Greyrat saved him from the dungeons in Lothric Castle. But I do have one. This one. Whoop. Gotta pull this back up. So I have one last loose end I want to tie up before I move on. We're going to go back to the Dark Moon Chamber, where we had the ceremony with Henri. Whoop. Completely forgot that wasn't the next level down. The next level down is Yorshka. Back to the Dark Moon Chamber. Because I want that. So Henri is gone. And we get their straight sword. Sword precious to Henri, another unkindled, the dullest type of blade found in the ruined land of Astora. Only it was once the sword of an earnestly noble figure, and its attacks are boosted by that elusive, essential property unique to humans, luck. So I think that's really, I don't know, maybe there are other, but to my knowledge that's maybe the only lore reference to the luck stat. So, luck as a stat increases our item discovery, bleed, and poison capabilities, and governs our resistance to curses. So it's a build that I'm probably going to drift towards um, shortly, just because I'm going down kind of the Lord of Humanity storyline anyway. So it says that it's unique to humans, that luck is a unique property of humans, which I think is, kind of interesting, that and not kind of a new fantasy idea that humans are kind of this wild card of creature, that there are things that could be considered more powerful or more regal or greater than the humankind, but humans always seem to be more resilient, more able to change and adapt, and they have just some kind of special property that allows them to succeed. But sort of an earnestly noble figure. So it comes from Astora, and it was the sword of an earnestly noble figure. Wonder if it was anyone we know. Alright. I'm not gonna walk all the way back up. I got these bones, I might as well use them for something. Okay. Oh. Literally completely got distracted by Cirrus. So now that I am one of Rosaria's fingers, I'll go back to her bedchamber. I'll use my specialize. Aha! Hello there.
Ah, so you've chosen to serve Rosaria after all. She will be pleased with me for finding her another finger. But be warned, my friend. Rosaria's fingers need only fetch tongues for their mistress. Otherwise, we are free, unchained. Like Yellowfinger, you can choose to believe that all fingers share camaraderie. But do not force your romance upon the rest of us. Rosaria's fingers need only fetch tongues for their... Otherwise, you are free to believe, but do not...
So, you might remember Yellowfinger being Heisel that we found in Farron Swamp. That's all. We've seen a couple of different fingers of Rosaria. We've seen Kirk, we've seen Heisel, we've seen Leonard, and now we're one as well. But now it's time to brave the dungeon. This is a gorgeous zone. And this will tell you just how gorgeous it is. Why? shrieking corpses. There's nightmare monsters. Nope, not that one. And yet, arguably the worst of all. Pretty sure she comes from this side. Is there not one right here? Oh, it is that side. Are these jailers? These are the reason that this section is just such a nightmare. So they'll hold up their lantern and it'll turn red, and while you're in line of sight, you will just slowly lose health. And I don't mean you'll take damage. I mean your health bar will literally just become smaller. And it is a debuff that'll last for X amount of time, and then when it ends, you don't get the health back. You get your health bar back, and it's missing the health that they stole from you. So you have to use your Estus to heal it all back up again, and it happens very quickly. And not only that, but by the time you get to them, your health bar's been depleted to a nubbin, and then they use this weird kind of a grapple where they hold up the brand and do a little special skill brand attack with it, but like you have to roll immediately or it'll kind of catch you in an animation, even though they don't actually grapple you in the regular sense of actually reaching out and grabbing your character. So it can be really hard to realize that it's an attack that's going to take control away from you. So the goal is to get to them as quickly as humanly possible and kill them. I wonder if there's somebody waiting around this corner to push me down there when I try to pick up that item. You wouldn't do that. Wait, yes you would. I hate that you can just hear movement all the time. So hard to tell when you're actually in danger and when it's just sounds from one of the other levels. Patience is definitely key in this area. Like, I'm not going to run down the length of that entire bridge and let her drain my health. I'm just going to let her... Hi. Let her come to me so that I can just... Where did you guys even come from, dude? Oh. I've alerted it. Okay, put it away. Thank God that's all it takes to kill them. So that's the right way, if I remember right. I don't know if we need anything before we go that way, but that is the correct way to go. But I'm going to do the exploration path here. Like this. It's just another one of those screaming corpses. It's locked. It's just a little shortcut that leads out to the area after the dungeon. So you can roll down there. I'll probably need to come back and then roll down there. I can't remember exactly. Okay, so right here, there's one right there. There's a cage guy. There's a cage guy. There's another... No, there's not another jailer on this corner. But there is another jailer. Oh no, that might be a different room. I might do this instead then. There we go. I was hoping that wouldn't carry me forward, but... Wow, that really isn't... know there's another one out there. Just can't remember what direction they're going to start walking from. Thanks. That's exactly what I wanted. This is locked, right? Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. So oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Startled me. I've actually completely forgot that some of them have the chest bursters. Okay. I think there are some illusory walls in this section. I can't really remember. Yes. Oh, it's just you I'm hearing? I think so. Not quite sure what I expected on that one. This is probably a better option here. Gonna bleed in a second here. There we go. Am I still quick? Okay. I don't think there's anything actually in here. But you get great magic shield, which, I don't know, I guess is nice. Okay, I think that's everything for this side. We'll find keys later on that we can come back and open up these locked places for loot. Oh, back this way. So this is the bridge that I said was the right way to go. There is... There's a gate there. Oh yeah, there's the jailer there. I knew there was one that had the eye line. This is locked? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't open from that side, right? Have to loop around. Okay. So there you see how that functions. Steals health very quickly. And then when the health bar actually manages to make its way back up to your normal sized health bar, you're missing the health that it took away. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I was even checking around corners because I'm like, I know it's coming up. Where is it? Like I said, just nightmares. Just nightmare fuel in this place. That's all this place is. It's the worst. What is this? Who knows? I mean, I know, but but why, Miyazaki? Why? Why is this what you needed to put in here? Who told you that this was a good idea? Who okayed this? And never come back. Okay, down there, a couple jailers will come up this way first and open this. So this is the bridge that I said was the right way to go. That's where we went down to kill the jailer down there. And we went in and around all the cells behind this wall until we came out and were able to open this gate that didn't open from this side. So we've done our big loop around. We've closed that loop. And this one... You just a screamy guy? No? Okay, so we've got the jailbreaker's key to the barred window. So we saw that barred window. Only leads to bottomless black pit below, and above a paltry view of the ruined, profaned capital. The very architecture appears to be a cruel joke the jailers played on would-be escapees. It's kind of messed up, dude. Give the people in your prison a key to get out, and then it's actually just a drop to their death. It's pretty cruel. Okay, so here is what I was thinking of. So there's a jailer around that corner there. There's a jailer down there, and there's a jailer right in the entrance of right in the middle of the room, rather. So there's 3 of them in rapid succession. I'm gonna top off. I'm gonna kill this guy in 1 hit. That guy's not gonna even know I'm here because I'm super sneaky like a ninja. This guy's gonna forget he heard a word. I'm gonna switch back to these. Easy peasy. That's the right way to do it. Jump from that side down, then wait for him to forget that you exist, and then come kill him quickly, and then deal with this guy last. That's the easiest way. I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. I swear to God. Ow. I don't know why I feel like those ones deserve the big sword, but, you know, here we are. Get a simple gem, which I think is a direct insult to me, but... Yes, I know you're awake, but I'm just making sure that there's not a jailer out here. Because I feel like I remember there being one, but I might be wrong. Do this. Spitting poop at me. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I think this is locked. Oh yeah, it doesn't open from this side. I think there's an elevator over there that comes up that leads to that side once we get further in. If my memory is correct, which it might be. So there is a lizard there. I doubt I'm going to be able to kill it, but I'm going to go for it anyway. No. Oh, you... Okay. I'm more concerned about this monstrosity. Are there 2? Am I crazy? There's one in there. Oh, one's in there. So I did remember correctly. Just only one can get me right away. Alright, so this is the way forward. Beautiful little light at the end of the tunnel. Just gonna go back and do a quit and reload real quick to get that crystal lizard, because I will forget about him if I don't do it now. And also, I just don't really have the desire to ever come back through this area again, just for the sake of a crystal lizard. And I'm also not super sure what he drops. Oh yeah, nice. Definitely worth it. Get that Titanite scale for the Farron Greatsword. I wonder how many I have. Actually, I'm just going to do a quick check on my inventory here. I have 3. I need 1 more for that. I need 4 more. Nope. 6 more? Is it 6 or 8 that I need for the next? I think it might be 8 for the next upgrade of the Old Wolf Sword. And I have a healthy chunk of Titanite large. I don't have many large Titanite, other Titanite chunks, but that's to be expected at this point. So we see this structure down here with a kiln of flame, some crisscrossy bridges, this cool Colosseum looking like tower area thing. But we're not quite done with the dungeon. Kill this guy. That guy's attention. Is this really how you guys want to play this? Fair enough. I'll do it your way. Okay, so here we've got a mimic. Hello, knock on. No, doesn't matter, he's practically dead anyway. Get that Estus Shard. Those attack up buffs stack so fast. I kind of forget how much damage I can deal after doing a couple attacks. Like that one swing dealt 430 damage. I'm just going to let them come to me. I may honestly switch the old wolf just for the AoE. Ow. There we go. Clean that up. There's more coming. I think there's still more around the corner. Oh, there's one more. Okay, I'll take this. And now, okay, so there's a couple of these drop down spots. Listen, I can't remember where the illusory wall is. I gotta check and make sure. Which one is this? Is this the right one? Let's check. No, wait. This is not the right one. He says, having stepped into the wrong place. Alright, so there's a sleeping giant, obviously. That's the snoring noise that you hear. And I'd rather not wake him up to get past him, because that's a very cramped area to fight him in. So I want to come to this one, I think. Let me just check out the window here. What is that item and how do I get it? I'm getting distracted. Okay, I think it's the first one that you come across. I think I want to go right here. There's a crystal lizard. We're going to ignore him for now. Are we? Yeah. Yeah, come back. I have to come back this way anyway. We'll wake up the giant man. He's very sleepy. Some rats in the sewer. There's some more rats. Okay, I'll go up this way first. Grab this. You can hear them. Is it in there? You can hear the basilisks. So that's a mimic, that's a chest, right? Okay. So I want to kill the mimic first. Shit, I forgot it was one of these ones. Kill that one very quickly. That one is a bad one. That's what we call a bad mimic, a no good, rotten, bad mimic. The mimics in Dark Souls 2 were more like that, where they kind of sprung up from the sides and crawled around on all fours, which is just terrifying to begin with. But they can kill you really easily, so just kill them quickly. They're harder to deal with than the ones that are just standing, where you can kind of just rotate around them easily. So when I open this chest, those basilisks are going to jump down from the walls, which is why we heard them all the way up here. Yeah, I think it was that hole. Okay, gotta go. I swear to God, I'm not getting death bladed twice in one playthrough. Thank you very much. Or death bladed, whatever they call it, cursed. Death bladed is the Elden Ring version of an insta kill build up bar. Alright. That's the basilisk's dead. They're just irritating. I don't know. Some people consider them to be like one of the most difficult enemies to deal with in the game. I don't think they're that difficult. As long as you keep moving, they don't. It's not like they hit very hard or have a lot of health. So there's at least one giant rat in here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Is it just one? No, it is two. Take those. Precious, precious dung pies. We'll open this. And hip hip hooray, we're in the single worst area of this entire thing. The whole dungeon, this was baby stuff. This is the real stuff. This is the actual nightmare fuel. Alright. So right here, you've got... Shit, is there something else? No? Okay. You've got a whole bunch of jailers walking around in a big circle around this pillar in the middle here. So they come up. Please don't see me. And they come around. And they walk up to the other end. And they come back. I don't know, there's a couple different things you can do. Grab this. Come out here very first of all. Okay, none of them cared. Wait until that first group passes by, just to make sure that you don't get any of their attentions. Come up here, and we'll get this beautifully gorgeous view. So we see some kind of towering building in the distance with all these mountains. We see some kind of corpse here with an item on it. And we get the dragon torso stone. We see some knights. All kind of sitting in this position here that this guy's in. Kind of a meditative position. Staring at the peak. We'll come over here and get this elevator. Okay, so I got the key. Old cell key. Key to the oldest cell in Aerosol Dungeon. The first prisoner of the dungeon was a lone giant. Cells for men were built at his feet. So we have the key to the giant cell. There's that item, and then there's this door that loops all the way back around. Just trying to remember. Oh yeah, this is the one where there were 3 of them, right? Yeah. Just trying to remember where I'm going. All the way back to the bonfire. I'm not going to rest because I have no desire to respawn all of this garbage, even though it's a much quicker run through now. I think it's right. It's one of these, right? No? Am I wrong? I might be crazy. I thought it was one of these. Just right at the bonfire. Hey, never mind. I'm just losing what's left in my mind. There's nothing here. Okay, hey. Just straight up losing it, that's all. I can't remember where the door for the giant cell is. It's the door that leads out to nothing here? Yeah. We do have the key for this door. I can't actually remember if you just die coming down off this ledge or if it'll allow you to walk over, but we've already been there. That's where we came down. Where we saw the big Colosseum area and all that. I may have to look up exactly where the door is to the giant's feet. Because I don't actually remember. It might be further on, like the... Oh yeah, there's an item there. So you can come down that way. and then roll down onto this. Alright, well, I'll probably be coming back that way anyway. I won't go back now. But there is an item up there, so you can come out that window. This again. Let me just see if I can visually. It's on the other side of the room. Oh yeah, there's the door. Right there. That giant hole. It must be in there. I mean, I'm sure I could survive the fall from this. But, oh yeah, you can even see. See a couple jailers in there. Can you see? You can! Oh, not from this angle though. You can see a friend. A friend locked up in a jail cell. Trapped beneath the giant. I think we'll have to rescue him. Alright. I'm not gonna drop down just for fear of messing this up. Okay. What's my best way of dealing with this nonsense? Kukri, probably? Wait for the group to go by. Whoa. May have bit off more than I can chew. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I'm a ninja. Okay? I'm silent. Hey, you don't know. You don't know. Keep walking. That's right. Keep walking, man. Yeah, you saw nothing. Come here. Why is it so hard to hit you when you're walking? Come here. That guy's creating a traffic jam down there. Oh, they got free. You can also, I've also done it where I just sit like down in there, like I go through that door and then a little way back, far enough out of their range they can't see you, and then you equip a bow and just hit them with the bow over and over again until they die. Kill off each individual one. You don't know, man. One at a time, step into my parlor. It's gonna be a slow go of things, but it's worth it to not die miserably and have to do this whole place over again. That guy is still just standing there. He is... Okay, turn. Good. They always come just far enough down that I'm worried that they see me. Oh, he's gone. Oh no, he's still standing there. Not quite sure how many are still left. So I've killed, what, 3 so far? Come on. I am so scared and vulnerable. Look at me, so scared. Ah, I'm running away. Oh, okay, you're stuck. Oh, good. This is the situation I find myself in. No, I am not turning that guy. Watch the other one come flying around the corner and scare me. Where'd he go? Oh, he left. I can't chain the kukri like I can the throwing knives. Took so many throwing knives. Only took 13 to kill him. I'm probably just going to wind up running in now. I'm also probably going to die foolishly because I do this. Because I'm now getting impatient and I don't want to keep waiting. Okay, gonna do one more loop around. Okay. That's all the patrolling jailers killed. I'll take that, thank you very much. I'll take that, thank you very much. I got the Alva set. There is a jailer, I think, in there. And possibly in here. Okay, not in here. Don't know if I can open all of this yet. There's that one, there's that one, there's that one. Ow. Freaking gross weirdos. Profaned coal. Which is good. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Oh, no, one more. Hard to see in here. I want to say there's a illusory wall in here somewhere. I can't remember. I know that there's a handful of them in the dungeon. I just can't remember which ones are which. Okay, so that's that side there. We'll finish this side. Oh yeah, there's a mimic here. Sansa's ashes. Dusk crown ring. I'm gonna pretend that that screaming corpse didn't scare the shit out of me. I was like looking around the giant empty room. I thought that there might be one of those guys right around the corners to scare me, and then there was nothing in there. Like, this is the maddening genius of Miyazaki. You have a great big open room right over there with like 6 giant monsters in it with human faces just to make you even more creeped out. Then you come in here, there's nothing, there's one little item. You go over there, and then the corpse screams at you just to freak you out. The man's a nightmare. Alright, I'll kill the mimic. Hopefully it won't kill me. Oh, why? Roll for safety, just so he can't catch me with the grab. I can't remember. Titanite scales. Oh, nice. Can upgrade the great sword again. I want this. There's a jailer in here. He alerts the whole area of his presence. Let him forget about me. Kill him. I don't think I can open this yet. Oh, I can open this. It's the next one I can't open. There's a giant. Oh, please, no. Please don't kill me. Oh, you're just gonna instantly try. Okay. Alright. I forgot how much damage I deal. Is it just him in here? Is there anything else in here? Is that it? Yeah. And then there's another cell over here, but I can't open that yet, I don't think. No. And you can see that there is a figure in there with a witch hat. But we'll be back for her. Oh, I just went to hit triangle to jump. I was gonna jump over the corpse. It's not. I'm actually surprised that having played Elden Ring for pretty much a week straight without this game, I haven't been making more stupid button input errors. But, you know, I'll take my lack of input errors. So we're back. We're closer now to this structure here. Come down here. Hope that this guy doesn't absolutely wreck me. I actually don't know which is better. Probably quick. I'd probably rather be quick than... Oh, I might be able to stagger. Gonna come out and take this. Oh, there he is. I knew you could see him somewhere. I just couldn't remember where he was before he jumps across. Springs into action. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to fight you on a bridge. Thank you very much. So come over here and fight me in my arena. Ow. Rude. Ow. Okay. That went better than I thought it would. So we can come across here. Get a better look at this down here. We see that fire and the bridges. Come in here. Okay. I know that there's like a lot of weird like ledge platforming you can do in this place to get a couple of items like that one there. I don't really bother with any of that. Okay, I don't actually know. I'm trying to think and remember. I'm trying to use my Use my head and think. Okay, let me check. I really don't want to mess up this quest line. Okay, I think I can rest at this bonfire without messing things up. This is a Dark Souls 2 NPC. He sold ladders. Swear to God, if resting at this bonfire messes up this quest line, I'm gonna scream. Alright, let's go to Firelink Shrine again, spend these souls, get a level. Okie dokie. Oh, I got a torch. I don't think I need that anymore.
Welcome must be very well. Then take.
Okay, what am I dealing with right now? It looks pretty decent, to be honest. I think I just keep taking dexterity up to 40 anyway.
Farewell, Ashmaid.
Your build might differ a little bit, but I think this is pretty reasonable stats to be looking at going into this section. Obviously, these stats are a little wonky because I have the Karthus Milk Ring changing my dexterity a little bit. So you can see I have an extra 3 points from the ring. But anyway. Talk to Andre.
Tis wasn't it?
Give him the profaned coal.
No words. Where did you happen upon this coal? This is much too dark. I see the abyss in it. Yet a smith I remain. I won't turn down a request. But forget not. Your fight is for the flame and for your fellow kin, just like mine. A cursed fate this may be, but hope remains, does it not?
Oh, Andre. If you only knew the path I walked. So I still need that. I will use my scales for the greatsword. Yeah, I need 6 more for the...
Pretty be careful, I don't want to...
Might as well spend what I have left. Oh, yeah, I forgot he sells some too. Okay, I think I'll just buy
Goodbye.
Kukri.
Oh, this.
Oh. Oh yeah, the Xanthus ashes. I forgot
Ashen
that.
one.
I picked those up. I forgot to read the profaned coal before I gave it to him. Umbral ash of a sorcerer who explored the golden sorceries of a long-lost land. With this, the shrine room for new items. They were called Xanthus scholars, but some foolishly imitate them by simply dressing in yellow.
Ah. Grillet.
And I'm not actually sure what that gives us. Did that give us the large shards? Or did we already have those? I think it gave us the equipment though. Yeah. You can get the Xanthus set helm, but we already have the helm. You get the Xanthus armor here. Xanthus clothing is the mark of a researcher of lost sorceries, and the number of medallions denote their success. A point of pride for the researchers, even if its significance is lost on others.
Ashen one.
Ashen one. Alright, we'll head back to the profaned capital. Oh, actually, I know I have at least one of these. I actually forgot that I have an Estus shard. I might as well use that too. I have one.
That is one. Pretty be careful.
Might as well. Alright, back to the profaned capital. Alright, I want to be very, very, very careful about this. I think I go right here to this ladder down. Or not. Maybe it's the other ladder down. Take this ladder. And come out here. Okay, this looks more accurate. Oh, maybe that's the ladder. There's a reason I don't usually do the full quest lines. There you are. Okay, I'm going the right way. Owie. Okay, this is the right way. I just needed to see that gargoyle to know that I was headed in the right direction. Okay, so I'm gonna not go that way. There's a hole in the ground. I'll come this way. Get that. Get that on the other side of the hole. Get hear the clickety-clacketing. Okay, yeah, there's a hole there too. I think I can get to that if I go around this side. God, that noise is terrible. Yeah. Grab this here. Then we'll come out to this awful area. So I need to go up that ladder and deal with that loser right there. Grab this. I don't want to deal with you. Okay. Good. Heal up. So that's what we could hear the whole time up there. Those holes fall down into that pit. That's what the sound was, is the clickety-clacking of them running around down there. Truly the most disturbing. Oh, actually, I was going to say they're truly the most disturbing enemies as I'm coming up on a spot with something just absolutely horrific. I can actually hear it snoring. It's that. I think it's just one in there. I can't remember. It's probably going to kick my shit. Alright, where is this goober? Is he going to blast me with some magic? Okay, no, he's going to hit me with his torch. Ow. Dude. Die. I'll take that. Logan's scroll. Grab this. Some poison arrows, which I may actually use here. I think my brain just tried to put all of those words into one word. I'll take the Wrath of the Gods, thank you very much. And now we are in the room with this thing. I should actually upgrade a bow, just so that I have one that actually does some damage. Oh. Please, God, no. Okay. Well, I'm never going to get a poison buildup on them if I can't hit them. They're really horrific. They got like a humanoid body with a hand with like pustules and suckers on it. It's just disgusting. Okay, well, this is not really gonna work. Oh boy. Alright, well, this is it for me. How? Like, why? Why? Why even design that? We have a little sleepy mimic over here. I think there is another one of those hand monstrosities somewhere here. Get the court sorcerer's set and staff. Some rubbish, that's where we were. What's the purpose of this room? Okay. And how to show what's happening there. I'm just gonna come back out. And around where we were. Instead of going up onto the roof, I'm gonna come over here. Alright. Okay, right here? Yeah. So remember when we were up on that bridge in the room with the giant, we could see a jailer through the window. Here we're running into something. Found them. Kill them. There's the giant. We get the jailer's keyring. Which opens all the other doors. I think that's the last key that you get. And that should open every other door that we couldn't get. On what grounds do they remain imprisoned? Considering that by now they are mindless hollows or unrealized gibbering fools. I may just do this and hope that I don't die. Gotta go. Stupid rats. Goodbye. See you later, rats. What the? Am I an idiot? Am I just an actual moron? I really am, aren't I? I came back to that. I was so sure that the door to the giant was in the room with the bonfire, and I didn't actually come back into the room with the bonfire. Oh, God. Well, at least my memory was correct. Anyway, so there's the bonfire, so I can just come right back here if I get killed. So the rats... Faint flame. They don't infinitely... Did I break them? Did I break the rats? Oh, no. There's more coming. They keep crawling out of these holes in the wall. They don't infinitely respawn, but they pretty much near infinitely respawn. I shouldn't say that. That makes it sound like they respawn for way longer than they actually do. They respawn for a while. I'm just gonna see if I can kill them. Not with rats hitting me every second of every day. Oh, can't see. Okay, he's dead. Go away. Okay, night shard. Chunk. Can upgrade these swords again now. Our boy.
Oh, pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. Oh, look at me, trapped like a rat. But you needn't worry. I've just been sitting here weighing my options. The moment has almost come. I just need a bit more time.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll figure it out. You got this.
My liberation requires a key. But the key is outside. A riddle for the ages.
Need key, but key not in room with door. How get key?
My liber...
I'm sure you'll figure it out. I have faith in you. Alright, I think we got everything from in here. Kill the 13,000th mimic in this dungeon. Now, what the reach the boy's got? Some Dragon Slayer arrows. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, I've been robbed. This guy in his dance moves. Ooh, another chunk. I'll take one of those. Thank you very much. Okay, that's the loop around that I did from up above. Okay. Okay, I think that's everything that I need to do. On this side of things, I'm gonna go drop back down and see if I can jump across and get that item, though. There we go. Oh, jeez, I forgot that I was still in the bonfire. Alright, this is probably the easiest way to do it then. Let's just go back. I wanted to talk to him before I freed him. We have to just go back to the area that we got the jailer's key and do a jump in order to get to his cell. But I wanted to do the dialogue before we actually free him. And to get the stuff that the giant had too. I might as well rest. And travel. Don't have to deal with the jailers anyway, so that's fine. And the Logan court sorcerer won't be there anyway. Speaking of which, though, secret scroll of the profaned capital court sorcerers, containing sorceries of Logan. The court sorcerers used this scroll to claim heirship to Logan's legacy. So how that claim stands up to closer scrutiny is another story. And we also got Profaned Flame. The profaned capital was consumed by fire after Yorm the Giant became a Lord of Cinder. The fire, born of the sky, is said to have incinerated naught but human flesh. And there was the... Oh, it was literally on it. Court Sorcerer's Staff, which looks pretty much identical to Logan's. Catalyst used by the Court Sorcerer is the Profaned Capital. Very powerful when wielded by an exceptionally intelligent sorcerer. The Court Sorcerers laid claim to the legacy of the renowned Big Hat Logan, going so far as to emulate him with copies of the staff he used. And we got the Court Sorcerer set that I'm going to pretend that I can easily find on this menu. There we go. Formal gold stitchings suggest they may have also been oracles. There are many sorcerers who claim heirship to the great sage Big Hat Logan, and the profaned capital houses one of two leading schools. I think I had a... Oh, yeah. Nothing different. Alright, we'll come back out here. No drop? Okay. You can just jump over the holes, but I don't trust my ability to jump well enough to actually get over them. So I'd rather just go around rather than dealing with poison and a bunch of those creepy spider skeleton creatures. And we'll just make the same run. Get back up, and we'll do the jump to Sigward's cell. Alright. Trying to remember exactly where that jump is. I think if we go up these stairs... Wait. Where's around this side? In here? Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Alright, there we go. Well, hello there.
With the... You are a saint. Once again, you are my valiant savior. I, Siegfried of Katarina, express my deepest gratitude. Take this, a token of my thanks. Go on. It's all yours.
Yet again, we get a Titanite slab from completing, well, not fully completing his questline here. We're not done yet, but he gives us a Titanite slab through his questline both in Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3.
No, please. Go on ahead. I've my own road to take, and a duty to fulfill. Very soon. No,
What you gotta do, friend? What's so somber and so important to you? I'll take that. Okay, goodbye. So we freed our bud. Somehow I managed to get through this far without messing up his questline, which is really an accomplishment, and I'm gonna take it as a win. I'm honestly really surprised that I didn't mess anything up with it. It's really fickle. Like, if you take the wrong path there, coming from that profaned capital bonfire, and you get like the profaned capital pop-up like that on the screen, you can ruin his questline. There's just so many little weird ticks that will screw up his questline at different places. Do I have enough for another level?
Very then take.
Must be close. I do. Let's get that dexterity.
Farewell, me.
Alright. I don't have anything else to do here, so now we can progress through the profaned capital. The profaned capital is a really short area. It's not a whole lot of build-up, but you had to get through the dungeon to get here, so I think that's reasonable. So that profane flame is going to perpetually huck fireballs at you. I want that. I don't want that. That was a waste of my time. Oh my god, leave me alone. Come down here. You just done? You don't care about me anymore? Alright. I can live with that. I'm not gonna fight you on that bridge, so. Alright, so in here there are a couple groups of these mobs. They're similar to the jailers, but they are different in moveset and in appearance just a little bit. But there's also a couple of gargoyles, so just keep that in mind while you're down here. That there are a couple of gargoyles that can just come out of nowhere and eat you. Ow, 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 ow. No, please don't stun lock me. It's hard to see the items on them too. Got all these charred corpses melded together. These piles of metal. Little urns and trays and cups and saucers. So that's a boss fog there. Like I said, it's a short area. There's not a lot of build up. There's a boss there. This leads to that flame that was shooting you. Yeah, let's go this way first. That flame is super irritating because it can stun lock you. I'm not even sure if it's worth going down to get those items. I think there's one or two there. Let's do it. I think there is a... I think that gargoyle up on the bridge will come down here. Just a coin. I knew that was one of them. Well, don't fall through. No, it's both of them. Okay. So no, not super worth it. I mean, it's good if you need to farm at some point, increase your item discovery, but not that big a deal. Well, the gargoyle also didn't come down, so... We'll go over to this side. There are a number of chests on this side, but they're also easy to miss. There's a lot of these guys. Also a gargoyle. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. So I just remembered somewhere I had to be. I just think, yeah, I just don't want to be late, that's all. Okay, alright. Okay, I've actually pushed off the appointment. I called, there was a small cancellation fee, but it should be fine. Hey, there we go. Clear out this group. Ow. A bunch of losers. Okay, a lot of these are mimics. Yeah, both of these are mimics. So I really don't want to hit the other one. Great Shield of Glory. I really need to start putting some points into stamina. Lost a gold ring. Ember. Is there another one? I thought there was another one, but I might just be crazy. Nope, I think I'm just crazy. Alright. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm not quite sure if this is gonna... Let me just do a quick quit and reload. just to make sure the game is caught up with itself. Alright. The corpses standing up and then falling to death again when you quit and reload is always bizarre. Alright. Going to unequip this. I suggest unequipping your weapon. Actually, I don't think this will affect anything. I don't know. Might as well keep that one on.
Yorm, old friend. I, Siegfried of the Knights of Katarina, have come to uphold my promise. Let the sun shine upon this Lord of Cinder.
This is what our boy was so focused on. This is the duty he had to fulfill. Come, grab the Storm Ruler, equip it as fast as you can. Two-hand it. Target. Hold the skill button until the icon changes. It gets to glow. Then you can move. Then you can do a... oh! No, how do I do this? Uh-oh. Oh, hold it and then do the strong attack. That's what it is. So hold the L2, charge. Hold the L2, hit R2, and you do the attack. And you're both going to do it. You and Sigurd, whatever his name is. Together. Will allow Yorm his final rest. Come on, buddy. I really don't want you to die, but I would like for you to get the last hit, because this is your bud. Okay, you're out of Estus. Never mind. The man's dying.
It seems I am in your debt once again. My thanks. I could have not kept my promise without you. Now, for a final toast. To your valor, and my old friend Yorm. Long may the sun shine. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast. You are a true friend. Best of luck with your duty.
Unkindled one. The fire fades and awaits its one last lord. Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul.
So that cutscene had nothing to do with Sigurd. I was trying to make sure I got all of his dialogue in. When you've killed your third Lord of Cinder, you get that cutscene and it teleports you here always. The way that this playthrough has gone, Yorm is the third and usually is the third. But I just wanted to make sure I got all of his dialogue in before Emma pulled me away. So we'll look at the Storm Ruler now that we have a chance. Greatsword was a broken blade, also known as the Giant Slayer for the residual strength of storm that brings giants to their knees. Yorm the Giant once held 2 of these, but gave one to the humans who doubted him, and left the other to a dear friend before facing his fate as the Lord of Cinder. So he left one in the profaned capital that we find, left with the humans who doubted him, who doubted that he could become a Lord of Cinder at all, and another was left with a dear friend who had a very solemn task indeed of delivering Yorm to his throne when he was too far gone to be able to return himself. And then Emma has pulled us here, back to Lothric, back to the cathedral on the other side of Vort. So Vort's down there.
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Tell him what he must be, a law.
So Emma dies and gives us the Basin of Vows. Part of me doesn't really want to trigger this right now. Although, who knows? Maybe if I do it right now, I might just one-shot it. No, I am going to go this. There's not a shot. It's going to just take me back to the Orm room, right? Shit. I wonder what the likelihood is that I die with 62,000 souls on me. Let's do that. Oh, whoops. Forgot what I was doing. So I'm just going to go back to the Yorm room to get the bonfire. I really wish that the Emma cutscene would happen when you, like, right after you light the bonfire in the boss room, instead of completely blocking you out. Although this will also show you the run back for if you die in the Orm fight. Although I'm sure you could have worked it out by yourself. It's not exactly rocket science, it's not a huge zone. And so here we find his armor, the other Storm Ruler, and his shield. With his duty done, the promise to his friend upheld, he was able to pass in peace. And that's the end of Sigurd's questline. think we already read all the descriptions from when we bought it from Patches. And I believe both Storm Rulers have the same description. Yeah. But that's the end of our friend's story for now.
Very well, then touch Haken.
Maybe we'll see him again one day with a different name, but for now,
Farewell, Ashen Maid of the...
his story is over.
Just what neat.
Got some housekeeping to do. Can upgrade these again. Get a nice little damage bump.
Pretty be careful.
Over here. We'll give Logan the scroll.
Back again, I suppose. Oh my. You've made quite the discovery. This is a scroll of the prodigious Big Hat Logan,
Yeah, I know.
a masterful sorcerer, long missed in Vinheim. And now we have his scroll, right here in my very hands.
So we get things like the homing soul mass and soul spear.
Come again.
What else do I have? Nothing else for anybody. We'll read Yorm's ashes before I forget. Lonely Yorm became a Lord of Cinder to put the profane to rest, knowing full well that those who spoke of him as a lord were quite insincere. So it seems that Yorm was never really seen as a true Lord of Cinder. Possibly because he was a giant and not of different lineage. So we'll see what we can get here. There we go. Great machete wielded by Yorm the Giant. Yorm once lumbered on the front lines with a great shield, but one day, in place of his shield, a left-hand notch was added to his machete, enabling the smashing technique that would become the legacy of his later years. And then we also have the Great Shield. Great Shield, used long ago by Yorm the Giant, increases the user's poise. As a lord, Yorm risked everything and fought unflinchingly as a one-man vanguard. Following the loss of the one he wished to protect, he forsook his shield. So someone that was close to Yorm, he wasn't able to protect them, and so he decided his shield was not good enough. If it couldn't protect the one he loved, then it couldn't protect anyone. And so he gave it up for the second notch on the machete for a more ferocious battle style. So we'll go place him on his throne. And so we have our four Lords of Cinder down here. We're just missing Lothric at the top. Prince Lothric. Last hope of his line. Iria, I think is fine. Irina, I don't have anything to give or talk about with her. Everything's upgraded where it should be. Grey Rat is done with his questline for now. Cornix, I don't have anything new for him. Actually, I'm gonna... Oh, they're a little bit more expensive than that.
Goodbye.
Alright.
Oh, hey man.
Gonna buy one of these scales. No, I'm gonna buy one of these. For
Goodbye.
now. Okie dokie. So, I guess... Oh! No, I don't guess. I want to go back to the profaned capital. There are a bunch of cells that we can open now, with the same key ring that we used to open Sigward's. But there's one in particular that I'm worried about. I don't really care about the others. You can come back and go through them and explore what you want when you want, but there's one specific cell that I do want to open before I progress. Okay, he's gonna fly at me. I think I might just run away from him. I don't think he'll chase me all the way up into the dungeon. I don't think so, anyway. He might. Is he still chasing me? Nah. Okay. Now, how do I get over there without pulling everybody in this room? Let's wait for these to go around. I know. I'll equip my talisman that removes sound, and then I'll crouch and sneak. Oh, wait, no, this is Dark Souls 3, not Elden Ring. Be very, very quiet. Okay, gotta go. Gotta kill this one. Anybody else aware that I exist? Nope, good. Now, on the other hand, this is gonna be the real challenge. Okay. Alright.
Oh, there you are. I thought you'd all but forgotten me. How sweet. Good to know that a skinny little heretic can still turn heads. Hmm? Oh, you're not one of them, are you? Accept my apologies for mistaking you for one of those leeches. So, what business have you here? This is a land of monstrosities, and I am no exception. You're here to save me, but I'm guilty. A wretched child of the abyss. Is that something you can forgive? Oh, really? You're no ordinary man. Very well. Besides, I've grown tired of imprisonment. I am Carla, and I accept your proposal.
And poof, she's gone. I can hear that monstrosity running at me and braying from the other side of the wall. Couldn't tell if he was in there or if he had started to come out and around. I was waiting for him to show up and kill me. Alright, I'm just gonna go back to the shrine now that we've rescued Carla. Also, some of my best friends were cursed children of the Abyss, so alright, so if we come down here, we find Carla.
Ah, there you are. As I said, I am Carla, and am grateful to you. Now, what shall we do? The only thing that might interest you is my sorcery. Although my dark arts are a detestable sort, that wouldn't interest you, would it?
Sure it would.
You're a wicked one, aren't you? Very well. Humans are of the dark, and you are no different. Some may avert their eyes, but the truth remains the truth. Be careful, though. Few humans are privy to this knowledge. Let it be a secret, kept between you and I.
Okay. So humans are of the dark. Something that not many of them are aware of. So, obviously, with Dark Souls, dark and light, key central concepts. Before fire appeared in the world, the dragons existed. And prior to that, there were no disparities, is what it calls it in Dark Souls. So, there weren't any dualities. So you have the duality of life and death. You have the duality of light and dark. And the four Lord Souls represent those dualities. Life, death, light, dark. Gwyn possessed the soul that represented light. The pygmy represented the soul that represented dark. The Witch of Izalith possessed the soul that represented life. Graveler Nito possessed the soul that represented death. And it was only then that the very concepts of light and dark, life and death came into being. Before, that's why they're called everlasting dragons and not immortal dragons. It's not that the dragons couldn't be killed, it's that the concept of death fundamentally didn't exist in the world as it was at that time. And so the furtive pygmy is essentially the progenitor of man. We all have a little bit of the dark soul within us. It's what gives us humanity. It's where we get humanity. We saw in the Abyss, in Dark Souls, in the DLC, we see these humanity sprites. We see these creatures of pure darkness, of pure humanity, of pure essence of what we are as creatures in the Abyss. We are fundamentally of the void, of the abyss, of the dark. That is what humans are. And that will only be expounded upon the further we go and the deeper we unravel this horribly dysfunctional time that we find ourselves in. Since Dark Souls is the beginning. I mean, we know that there was stuff before that. There was historical events of the fire appearing and Gwyn becoming the lord of all light and the dragons being destroyed and humankind becoming a race and all this. We know that has all occurred before we actually start playing in Dark Souls, right? By the time we show up in Dark Souls, things have gotten pretty bad. The Age of Fire is reaching an end. for essentially the second time, because Gwyn brought about the first Age of Fire, just with the fire appearing in the world and him championing it and making the overworld that the dragons once possessed his land. He brought about the first Age of Fire. The fire started to fade. He set out to rekindle it. He rekindled it with his own very soul, as we find him at the end of the game. And then we, theoretically anyway, further push the Age of Fire along. And so it's fair to say that in this time, in this world, the Age of Fire has been artificially extended over and over and over and over. And this cycle of fire blooming, fire fading, fire blooming, fire fading is constantly being reset. The world is never having a full cycle. It's never dipping into the dark without light. It is only ever existing in a world of light and of fading light. At the beginning, we required one large, powerful soul to further push the Age of Fire along. Now, we've got 4 Lords of Cinder sitting in there now. We have Ludleth, we have Aldrich, we have Yorm, and we have the Abyss Watchers. We have all 4 of them sitting in there now. We need a 5th, which is Prince Lothric. And only then can we even begin to start the idea of rekindling the fire and pushing this Age of Flame, this Age of Light, this Age of Fire forward. We've reached a point where we need to pull off some pretty incredible feats in order to just keep the Age of Fire going. And it seems that the world is at a point where we've got characters that seemingly are the same as they were in the beginning here at the theoretical end. We've got characters who seem similar but are going by different names. And yeah, of course, there's the devs just wanted to put the favorite characters into game argument. But I think more than that is that time is just beginning to collapse. This whole bloated system of relinking the flame every time things start to switch cycles, every time things start to move towards the dark, is causing all of the previous cycles to collapse on themselves. All of time is a spiral, and the spiral is collapsing upon itself. And so we see concepts and architecture and places and people who existed all throughout that spiral of time starting to show up in this end, in this final cycle. And we'll see what happens as we go. But we can give her the pyromancy tomes that Cornix didn't want to deal with. So we have the Quailana pyromancy tome that can only be used by a female pyromancer.
Quailana, Witch of Izalith. Well, this is a fascinating pyromancy. Very well. If this is your wish, I will unravel the thing the best I can. Besides, it will be nice to play master for once. Oh. Another pyromancy tome, have we? And one that resonates with the dark. Yes. Well suited to me. I may be a heretical sorcerer, but you bring me nothing but pyromancies. Fiendish little lad, you.
Alright, so she has some pretty interesting stuff. So these 2 spells she sells right away. She sells dark spells. I'm trying to think of a tongue twister. So she sells Affinity. A forbidden dark sorcery casts a dark manifestation of humanity. It appears to be an expression of envy, or perhaps love towards another, that will tenaciously pursue its target, even if, like so many human desires, it amounts to nothing but misfortune. So the dark sorceries are akin to human. Dark sorceries are manifestations of humanity. They're manifestations of what makes us human. They are expressions of envy, of love, of fear, of passion, of all of this. And this is very similar to the spell Pursuers in Dark Souls. And I don't know if we saw Pursuers. I think we had to give Manus' soul to maybe the crows? I can't remember exactly. I think you have to trade it in order to get Pursuers. And it essentially just casts these manifestations of humanity that pursue the target until they touch, and when they touch, they do the same thing that the humanities in the Abyss did. They deal damage. And the idea that a humanity would desperately pursue a human, I mean, it makes sense. It wants to be one again with the humanity within the individual. We have Dark Edge, strikes with a blade formed of humanity's darkness. Passed from mother to daughter, this blade was intended for both protection and as a means of taking one's own life. The young girl never swung it more than once. Pretty dark description. Then we have the Quelana Isolus Pyromancies. So we have Fire Whip that we saw in Dark Souls. Pyromancy is at once the knowledge of controlling flame and the knowledge that control is impossible. So Pyromancy is an understanding that fire is both impossible to control and understanding how to control it. Firestorm. Rapport. Oh yeah, I don't think I dealt with Rapport at all in Dark Souls. It's a pretty funny one. It's a pyromancy that charms an enemy so it'll fight for you. I don't know how long it lasts in this game. It didn't last very long in Dark Souls. It's just kind of more funny than anything else. And then we have the Grave Warden pyromancies. So those that served High Lord Wolnir, they fell to the abyss and discovered these pyromancies, said to be the impenetrable fires of humanity. And it strikes targets with weighty force. I'm actually not sure how these work in this. They kind of function a little differently than regular pyromancies. They have like a physical nature to them.
There is one thing that you should know. There is a darkness within man, and I'm afraid you will peer into it. Whether the fear will spark self-reflection or a ruinous nostalgia is up to you entirely. Fear not. Your choice will bring you no scorn. Do stay safe.
I mean, listen, lady, I love Dark Souls, so I'm going to say ruinous nostalgia is the way I'm going out. Alright. So that catches us? Really doesn't sound like what I was going for, but we're all cut up in Fire Lake Shrine now. So Yorm is dead. So I can go back to Aldrich. I think. Hold on. Nope, made a mistake. There's a stop before I go back to Aldrich. go back to Rosaria's bedchamber. Someday. There we go. So we've got one of these worm creatures out here. It's non-hostile, but I'm going to kill it. And we got Heisel's pick and the Xanthus crown. Did we not already have? Oh yeah, we did. Does it have a different description? No. I don't have 2 Heisel picks too, do I? I do. What the fuck? Just from... Maybe you don't have to do the invasion to get this? And so this is just another way of getting it? I don't know. That's odd. But anyway, that's your Heisel right there. So, it would seem that in serving Rosaria, and in being reborn by Rosaria, maybe there's a point of rebirth where things don't go exactly as planned. Maybe you go through the process of rebirth one too many times, and you end up a fleshy, disgusting amalgamation of just nothingness, I guess. But anyway, Rosaria's dead. I'll take that. She's freaking dead, dude. Oh, man. I think it's in here. Yeah. Arcane orb left on Rosaria's corpse. Have faith her soul can be retrieved by invading the world of her killer and returning victorious. The black eye is proof of vengeance, but often appears serene as it casts its gaze towards Irithyll. So it gives you an idea of where you need to go. But if you've played Dark Souls, the direction you need to go should be very reminiscent. So we have someone who has killed an NPC, left behind an orb, a black eye orb. And if we go to essentially the same place, actually not sure. I think, yeah, it's not exactly the same. I think I have to go up here. Instead of out of the boss room down there, we have to go up here. Do I get a prompt? Do I have to go in the room? Yeah. So here in front of the Queen's bedchamber. Whoops. To be fair, that is the first time I've accidentally pushed that button. So we can invade the world of Rosaria's killer. I'm coming for you, buddy.
Well, never expected to see you here. Couldn't resist her any longer in all her festering glory. And now you want to ravage her soul as well. I sow the seeds, I'll prune the mess. I, Leonard, swear so upon my vows to the goddess. No one will spoil her soul.
Ow.
Certainly no beast wrapped in human skin. With her soul. Isn't flesh enough for a sick beast?
And so we have the Soul of Rosaria, the Crescent Moon Sword, and the Silver Mask. I love the Silver Mask. In his youth, Leonard suffered grave burns to his entire body. His face, in particular, which he hid beneath his mask, was terribly scalded. He abstained from restoring these injuries even after becoming a Finger of Rosaria. So he never used the rebirth of Rosaria to restore himself to, what he might have been before his incident. I don't think it's a consumable. I think it's a key. Oh, I think I was wrong. Oh, there it is. The soul of Rosaria, mother of rebirth, stolen by Ringfinger Leonard. Return this to her extant corpse, and Mother Rosaria will spring back to life as if nothing had ever happened. I don't think I can actually do anything with it. I'm sure it'll just pop up and say I can't, but it shows that I can use it. I'm so curious what happens if I push it, but I feel like I do actually want to use Rosaria to rebirth at least once here. Just to change up some stats. I'm actually not certain, but oh, wasn't paying attention. Okay. So before we go to Rosaria, we're going to go back to Firelink Shrine. Actually, I don't actually think she needs her soul to do the rebirth. But we can use Rosaria's soul to get bountiful sunlight. Special miracle granted by the Princess of Sunlight. Gradually restore the miracles of Guinevere, loved as both mother and wife, bestow their blessing on many great warriors. Why would her soul give us a miracle of Guinevere? Why do we find Leonard in Guinevere's bedchamber with her soul, of all places? I didn't actually read the sword. Leonard's weapon of choice. Chattel imbued with the power of the moon. Leonard set out on a journey of rebirth, but decided instead to serve the goddess as a knight and inherited this weapon. Oh, I actually just realized I still had this on. Alright. Time for the big boy fight. Go to Vort. And we'll head back up to the cathedral to probably Get my ass handed to me by Dancer. Or by Spear Guy. Spear Guy's gonna kill me. That's where I'm at here. Good God. Tough enemies? No problem. Spear Guy? Okay. Gotta go before I embarrass myself any further. Alright. So we got the base, and I don't think it really has any information other than what to do with it. Chalice used in old ceremonies where knights take their vows. It is only a formality now, but it remains as an empty practice. Place this base in the statue of a beheading knight. Hello? Who turned out the lights? Ew. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Glitched into her hand, and I'm dead. Okay. Well, this is going to take a little bit of relearning, obviously. I don't actually know if she can bleed. Oh, what the... My God. Oh, this is going well. No. Ah. I should have just rolled further away. My damage is really good, but I die in like 2 hits. Alright. That could have been cleaner, but I got there in the end. I don't know why I keep forgetting that, hey, you've got 2 swords and you deal more damage the more you hit. How about you just hit them? Anyway. I love green blossoms. They're super useful. If you find that you're running out of stamina in a boss fight because you're trying to get your hits in and roll, I strongly suggest trying a green blossom at the start of the fight just to keep your stamina regen up. It's really helpful. Really, really helpful. Especially if you're not wearing the Chloranthi ring. There's a shield, the Grass Crest shield, that it was around in Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls as well. Not Dark Souls 2, but you know what I mean. And it gives you more stamina regen too, and you can have it on your back. But if, well, I guess you're using the old wolf sword and not the twin blades, you could do that. The Grass Crest shield is in the Farron Woods area with the crabs. It's near one of the trees there. You can grab that and put it on your back, and then use the old wolf sword. It'll increase your stamina regen without you having to use a green blossom or the Chloranthi ring. Or you can always just switch up your build and toss the Chloranthi ring on instead of one of your other rings. If you feel like you don't need like the recovering HP with successive attacks, because you already have that existing on your old wolf sword, I'd suggest maybe, well, maybe not. I don't know. I feel like you could probably pretty safely, if you've got the exact same rings that I do on, you could probably pretty safely drop one of the 2 eye rings. I'm not really sure which I'd suggest. I'm not sure which one procs less when you're using a heavier weapon like the old wolf sword. I feel like this one might proc less. But I also feel like boosting attack is more important than giving you a little bit of HP back in a fight like the Dancer. But you could definitely drop the milk ring. I mean, it gives you a couple more frames of invincibility, but that might not be as important as having the stamina to roll. But you can just toss the Chloranthi ring on. I don't think I've done a ring check in a while to see if there's anything that we haven't read, but we do have the Covetous Gold Serpent ring now. We do have the Soul of the Dancer. The Pontiff Sullivan bestowed a double slashing sword upon a distant daughter of the formal royal family. The formal royal family? I guess. I'm just wondering if that was supposed to say former. Ordering her to serve first as a dancer and then as an outrider knight, the equivalent to exile. So Pontiff Sullivan basically usurped the power that existed in the Boreal Valley when he came to it. It seems that he was of the profaned capital originally, and then came to the Boreal Valley in search of power and in search of Aldrich to a certain extent. And he usurped the power that existed there, it seems at least partially, by twisting the people who existed there into his outrider knight exiles. So it seems that those with great power became outrider knights, which he sent to foreign lands, which helped him maintain power, but also removed those who might challenge him. Yeah, okay, no, that doesn't say anything. I think it's the swords. His swords that specifically talk about him being from the profaned capital. Yorm is the descendant of an ancient conqueror, but was asked by the very people once subjugated to lead them, serving as both a weighty blade and a stone-hard shield. Okay. Dancer is a cool fight anyway. I love the moveset of the flowing swords. We can get those swords, but they're not exactly great. They're very similar to the swords that I have now in the sense that they're a twin blade, or twin sword. Twin blade is actually a specific item, or a specific weapon. But they just don't. They have a lot of splits in their damage. They're split, I think, 3 ways: magic, fire, and physical. So it makes it kind of hard for them to be super effective. So we can get Soothing Sunlight, Soul of the Dancer. The miracles of Guinevere, the princess cherished by all, bestow their blessing on a great many warriors. So we get bountiful sunlight from the soul of Rosaria, and soothing sunlight from the soul of the dancer. Why? Alright. Here. Reflected his true nature as a sorcerer. Profane grace. Long ago, when Sullivan was a young sorcerer, he discovered the profane capital, and an unfading flame below a distant tundra of Irithyll, and a burning ambition took root within him. Okay, sorry, my bad. The profane capital possessed something that he desired. But we have the Dancer's Enchanted Swords. They're cool. It's an incredibly cool weapon, and if you want to try them out, like it is primarily a dex weapon, and you'll have the intelligence of faith to use it. But it's split 3 ways: physical, magic, and fire. So their damage output is just kind of lacking, and we're gonna get to bosses later in the game, and especially in the DLCs, where they're gonna have like really ridiculously high resistances, especially to magic and fire. So it's gonna be harder for them to be effective, and they can't be infused at all. Paired enchanted swords that Pontiff Sullivan bestowed upon the dancer of the Boreal Valley. These blades, symbolic of the dancer's vows, are enchanted by dark magic in the right hand and fire in the left, mirroring the Pontiff. You get some really cool flowing movesets from them. Well, why not? What am I going to do with the dancer's soul? Eat it? I don't really need to eat it. Like, you get the dark and the fire, same as Sullivan. You get the cool curved sword movesets, but then you also get these. Oh, what is that? Stamina. These fun, flowing, very dance-like moves, and then you get the full. They're very fun. But just damage is so split up that it's really hard for them to be effective. I mean, I'm always the first person to tout the importance of having fun with a weapon more so than the weapon being good at dealing damage. Just because a weapon deals a lot of damage doesn't mean that you're going to have a good time if you don't enjoy how the weapon feels and enjoy how the weapon looks and all that stuff, you're just not going to enjoy it as much. And you're not going to enjoy your playthrough as much. Just play with the fun weapons. Like this stupid ultra great sword. This is by far not the best weapon in the game. It's probably not even the best boss weapon. I'd say it's almost definitely not the best boss weapon. But I mean, when you can do stupid, silly things like this, it's worth it. I actually should switch back to that at some point. I haven't used it in a pinch. I think oh whoops. What did I do? Oh, I changed the wrong one. I think that floundering in the smoldering lake kind of soured me on the Farron Greatsword for a minute there. But it's one of my all-time favorites just because it's fun to use. I love flipping around and dashing around with a giant greatsword, being kind of quick and elegant with it. It's very cool. And if it takes me 4 more shots to kill a boss than somebody using a great club or something like that, then so be it. I'm gonna have more fun. I don't think I literally just did a check-in, so I'm sure everything's fine. I'm gonna spend my souls. Yeah, might as well call dexterity at 40, and then I might drop the milk ring. I don't think I need to rely on it for the extra couple frames of invincibility. And now that I have 40 dex, losing 2 points of dexterity isn't really going to make 3 points of dexterity. Actually, let's just... Yeah, I'm literally losing... 3 points of damage on my weapon. That's really not worth the ring slot. 3 points of damage is not worth the ring slot. I mean, there is the extra couple frames of invincibility. That's really what's keeping it on there, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Yeah. What else do I have? I may just do Chloranthy. That might keep me from having to invest any harder into endurance than I already have. That might be good too. So I'm kind of just quietly staring at my gear. Yeah, I feel like Chloranthy is probably my best bet in this slot for right now. I feel like there's different options that I could pick based on the situation I'm in. I feel like Estus Ring could have its play. I mean, at this point, my Estus is so fully upgraded that I feel like I'm not that worried about the Estus Ring. But an argument could definitely be made for the Ring of the Evil Eye. Oh my goodness. If I'm going through an area with a lot of just little enemies that I'm picking off, it can help me take trades. Or possibly the Night Slayer's Ring, if I'm coming up against some knight characters that are guarding. I think I'll just switch to that for now. I do love the eye rings, so I'm not ditching those. And I like having fun armor that I can actually roll in. So I'm going to keep Havel's Ring. So that's that for now. And I think I'm up to about 3 hours now, so I think it's time for me to take a break. And I think that that's probably a pretty healthy chunk to get through. That includes one of the most frustrating areas in the game, Yorm and the Dancer. And Yorm is kind of just more of a fickle fight in terms of getting in and getting the Storm Ruler and using it to kill him, um, instead of actually just hitting him with your weapon. And Dancer is, I think, I don't know, you might not have much trouble with Dancer. Dancer might be really easy for you. I don't find Dancer super difficult. I mean, that was 3 attempts for me, 2 failed, 1 actual victory. I don't find her to be terribly difficult as a boss. I mean, I do find it a little bit hilarious that I died to Dancer less than I died to the stupid Curse Rod of Greatwood in this playthrough. That makes me feel really good as a person. But yeah, I don't find Dancer to be terribly difficult, even though a lot of people consider her to be one of, if not the most difficult boss in this game. Aside from DLC, most people consider the DLC bosses way, way, way more difficult. But in terms of base game, she's seen as one of the more difficult bosses. But I don't think she's that hard. But anyway, until next time, goodbye.